Good morning, y'all. It's a new day. We're in a new state. Been a couple years since I hunted this one, so kind of looking forward to coming back and running up these hills and hollers. But we'll see how it goes. It's beautiful weather this morning. 45 degrees. I don't see a cloud right now. Lots of stars. About a little over halfway on the moon. Should be good. Let's get up there. And we're starting off with a hell of a climb, but that's okay. Been mostly quiet this morning, other than this road noise behind me here. I think 2 times now I thought I heard a bird out this way. But I'm gonna climb up this hill. Pretty thick. Been sitting here for a little bit. I've heard a bird gobble way down there. I'm gonna try to get on his level, because he's way too far to answer me. But I'll try to get on his level and see if that's any better. But I got a feeling once I get down, got a little bit of a hill between me and him, I'm not going to be able to close. So we'll see. Move spots. I'm climbing up this hill trying to get to this open woods. You're yelping up there. This turkey's answered me twice now. Down here. Unfortunately, we're back to having a quitting time. Out here trying to put these birds to bed tonight. I think things are going well. They're going right into the block of woods where I figured they'd end up. It's just a matter of how far up they go. They roost at the top. But there's a pretty nice bench about halfway up, I figure. That'll probably be it. 3 longbeards, 2 hens. Nice. We're going to go back after that bird that I tangled with a little bit late morning yesterday after bouncing spots. I was watching him last night, saw him strutting, saw 2 other longbeard friends with him, and also saw 2 hen turkeys. I watched them hanging out in the evening. I watched them cut up into the woods, and I heard a couple turkeys fly up. I got a pretty good idea where they should be. Don't know exactly. I The only thing I don't know is depth, like how far that is, because I was a pretty good ways away when I heard them. But either way, I feel like I'm starting in a decent knowledge. I should be able to step in there and hopefully not get too close, but get close enough to be able to make something happen. They're basically roosted on this hillside, and there's a couple benches and then a real steep incline up to the ridge top. Well, they weren't all the way up top. If I have to venture to guess, I'm going to say they're on the second bench, so that's where I'm going to try to get. If that is the case and they're on the first bench, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Whereas if I'm on the first bench and they're on the second bench, that would be a little more complicated to get them down to me. But we're going to go for the first option of getting up on the second bench. seems like party moved out of this block of wood, so I'm gonna creep up a little bit. just happened? Holy crap. Large masses of dirt and rock can really affect the way a gobble sounds. I just lost my mind. I apologize for ditching the camera. Birds roosted in those big trees and a little higher up this morning. I was on the other side of them, farther into the woods. I had one bird that I'm 90% certain was a gobbler, because there were 3 gobblers altogether, Longbeards. Only one of them strutted yesterday, only one of them gobbled today, so I assume that's the same turkey. I think this was one of the subordinate birds that was roosted 30 yards from me, and it pitched down onto the hillside, and I had, I don't know, probably a 30-second window to pull the trigger, and I was pretty sure it was big enough, but I can't go with pretty sure when it comes to killing a turkey. And then I was pretty sure, officer, but I killed a hen. That doesn't fly. So they came out towards this way, and it's got a lot of open areas here. There were more hens than just the 2 that I'd seen yesterday, so because I heard all kinds of cackling coming out. There were probably eight different hens, and they all get out here, and of course now he's with hens, he's quiet. So as I'm creeping up, he had gobbled a couple times here and there, and actually yelped, and he answered me. See that shed down there? Well, in this grassy area in front of it, I could see at least 2 Longbeards, and they were coming to me. If I was smarter, I wouldn't have called, and I just would have got to that edge and let them walk to me. But instead I set up and I tried to call, because that's how I want to kill a turkey. Shame on me. And instantly they gobbled, they answered, but all their hens are right there. They started pulling them back over. I said, all right, I got to make a move. So I was going to creep up using that bush between me and the turkey. I do not belly crawl fast enough for that. I'm shaking because I know I'm close to the turkey. My view is fairly obstructed, but I'm just looking for little windows, and there's no turkey out there. And then he gobbles, and he sounds really, really far away, out in this direction. The problem was, I didn't realize how big of an impact that big mound of dirt right here is going to have on making a gobble sound a lot farther than it is. I came up in here, and I'm thinking he crossed the fence. Now that's the property line right there. And I'd seen a turkey way out in that, but that wasn't him. So I'm thinking they got over onto the neighboring property. I'm like, bummer, man. I don't know what to do here. Trying to think of a plan on how, later in the morning I might be able to kill him if he gets back on here. Look at this dip right here. You can't see anything down there. He gobbled 25 yards away from me. He gobbled that close, and instantly I turn and I look and I see a tail fan right by that bush. This is where I make stupid decisions. I sit down, and instantly I sit down and I go, you could have shot that turkey right where you were standing. I said if I'd have taken a step forward and whatnot. So I sat down for a minute, not even a minute, and then it's like, you need to stand up and shoot this thing. So it started to come up, and it was interesting because just in that little bit of time, the entire flock had moved up out of that hole a little more. So when I came up, there are now 5 turkeys that I can see, and I know there's more behind it, but he redhead facing me, and I'm like, there it is. That's a beautiful smell. Kind of was able to get me a nice old mountain bird. What an awesome experience.
it's just one of those stories that I'm going to be able to go back and tell for quite some time. That was a fun one. Absolutely gorgeous bird. Pretty cool little place. Fortunate to be able to come here.